And we're going to immediately jump on over. WhiteCat versus the Unnation already underway. That's why I was frustrated with the reschedules, but it looks like we're already on map number 2 here. They played Booga Booga Choo Choo as the first pick, and it was won by BTMC and Fiery. And now we are into Taiko time as map number 2 of this one, right underway. No warm-ups played. I actually thought they were playing warm-ups, but I guess, you know, that went out the window. This one looking pretty close here. Double FC from Unnation. Fiery holding, though, while all 3 other players break. He's going to bring the lead back over, and Unnation look like they're going to take this pick. Fiery with the 1 miss at the very ending. That's starting off this matchup with a bang. First 2 maps decided by a combined total of 88,000 points, and the Unnation in the lead 2-0. We didn't even get time to say a thing about this match. We're already in. I have to try and find out the bans for this one. I don't know what they were. Area Fancy, literally 600 points apart, but the big score from Fiery Ridge there, most important. I'm starting off pretty close, and we are going to go into Hard Rock 1 as the next pick, and I'm going to take 1 second here just to update this last score. So 7-5 victory for Midnight Snow over Speed Frog. They'll face the loser of this particular match next week in the Losers Bracket Final. Here, already underway here. These guys playing quick, I guess, in this match. If you really want it now, you can trust me, sweet child. Step right this way. I'll make you service with a smile. Believe me, it's nothing to fear. When I feast on your flesh, you'll see that. It was not actually 17 points, by the way. Whoever was talking about it being 17 points. Anyway, Hard Rock 1 underway. Second pick, it looks like, from Team Unnation. I think a pretty solid, pretty reasonable pick from them. Hard Rock mechanics map. Not the type of thing that Fancy Lad is necessarily known for among his many skills. Aim is probably his least favorite type of thing to play. But, you see Fire Rage having some trouble. And Aryu with a matching combo to BTMC. Gonna be a combo reset for Fiery, BTMC, and Aryu. Fancy Lad now the only combo left alive. Into the first ki will go in this chorus. There is quite a bit of big aim required. There's those huge triangles. Kind of Skyflame-esque, those isosceles triangles. This one's gonna stay very close. Fancy Lad with the biggest combo, and there's the break from Fire Rage, so the lead will go over to Team WhiteCat. Oh, a break from Aryu, though. It's alright, not the end of the world thanks to Fire Rage's break, but would have been nice for WhiteCat to be able to have a little bit more of a combo lead, but Fancy Lad does have about a 200 combo advantage over BTMC, and Fire Rage having some trouble with this pick so far. Oh, there's the break from Fancy and Aryu as well as Fire Rage, so it's now BTMC all on his own. That's a lot of act drop from Fancy and Aryu as well, down at 92%, not having the greatest time. I feel that they may be sight reading this pool. There may be a chance that they did not play the pool at all. Let's see what BTMC can do here. Such a grind player, you know, he'll go out and just play the pool over and over. Kind of comes through as he's not about the only one, I think, that maybe isn't sight reading this. And he is hitting these streams like there is just nothing to it at all.
BTMC, you know, such a good mechanics player. The stream and aim maps just really right up his alley. And 130k lead now for Unnation. I don't know that there's much to be done about that for Team WhiteCat. There's not a lot of combo on their side. There's a break from Fiery, though. There's a combo advantage for Team WhiteCat, but enough to bring back a 100k score. Even if they FC the rest, I just don't think it matters. It's a 100k score lead still, and BTMC has 170, 180 combo. So... and that is going to be 3-0 Unnation, the consolidated break point by 53,000 points. Assuming that was actually right, let's see. We have 53,000 points. So, Team WhiteCat kind of on the back foot here for the first time in this tournament. Starting off 3-0 down in a big hurry. And that is an instant free mod 1 from Team WhiteCat. Always liking these the alt. What do we see? Alt picks. Excuse me. Okay. Like Goto Shimae when that was in. They're liking Lost Umbrella here. Probably gonna see several hiddens. This is the OWC map itself, of course, so it was brought down from OWC no mod pool to NADT free mod pool. And we're gonna see one Hard Rock. Interesting. Fancy Lad running the Hard Rock. Airyu on hidden alongside BTMC and Fiery both running hidden. A little bit surprising, actually, to see BTMC running hidden on this. I kind of expected him to go Hard Rock. Very slight mod advantage for Team WhiteCat. I don't know that it really matters much, because it's just not an FC map, so let's see how it goes for them. They're both very good alt players, very good snap aim players. Fiery, though, has looked very good on these types of maps as well. BTMC, maybe the kind of odd man out on this type of pick. We'll see how it goes for him, though, as Airyu finds the first break early on in this intro. Fiery follows it up, though, shortly thereafter. And there goes BTMC as well, so there's Fancy Lad, the only big combo left. Gonna give the advantage over to WhiteCat here shortly. And there it goes. And into the KI we're gonna go. Let's see how long WhiteCat can hold these two big combos. They do have quite the combo lead over Team Unnation. This section gets very tricky, but they are up to the task for sure. Both having played this, of course, multiple times in OWC. It's gonna be the map they're most familiar with probably in this pool. Fire Rage and BTMC, though, both building up a lot of combo until Fire Rage found that break just then. Lead out to gonna be about 100,000 points now. Let's see how long Fancy Airyu can hold on. BTMC finds a break, so it's a combo reset for Unnation. Fancy proving me wrong with the Hard Rock, man. It's working out quite well for him so far. Gonna full combo through at least the first half of this pick. His aim just looks so clean on this, and Airyu has picked things up after the early break. Only about 140 combo behind anyway. This is gonna be a big lead for WhiteCat. Airyu does finally break, but Fiery and BTMC had both just broken as well, so Fancy Lad really just unopposed here. Running away like an incumbent, running without an opposition. Airyu? I'm not sure what just happened to Airyu, but unfortunately it doesn't really matter. Fancy Lad is still on this full combo. And Airyu is only 100 combo behind anyway, so it really doesn't make a big difference. Fancy Lad pulling out all the stops here on this pick. Hard Rock FC still alive, almost 1200 combo through. And there he does finally find a slider break. The S-Rank's still going, and Fiery with the break as well as BTMC means that the lead is really unassailable no matter what. I wonder if Aryu's been having trouble. I think it's with his tablet or something lately, so I wonder if that's happening again here. Luckily, he is being very hard carried by Fancy Lad, who has a 1v2 going. If he FCs this ending, he will 1v2 the map, I think. And the 1v2 happens. Fancy Lad, Hard Rock 1v2's Lost Umbrella. That is not unimpressive. And that is the S rank. And once again, as I said, Harry with the tablet disconnect. That dude just has no luck. Yeah, man, Fancy Lad, pretty good. Pretty good at the video game. Hard Rock S rank. That's why he is the USA OWC captain. And you know, he's got what, 10 badges or something this year. So Fancy pretty good. And now unnation still in the lead, still 3-1, so not the end of the world by any means. There you will get a chance to fix his tablet. Into No Mod 1 we go, which, you know, Fiery and BTMC, very good aim players, but Very Fancy gonna be probably pretty good at this as well. I mean, it's a pretty high skill cap No Mod 1, very big, difficult jumps in those KIs, huge back and forths. I wonder if you worry about mouse drift on this map if you're Fancy or Fiery. Might be a little bit of a concern with it being, you know, 3.5 minute long, lots of jumps, not a ton of breaks. And everybody makes it through the intro. Assesses on Fancy and Fiery, one or 200s on BTMC and Airy, matching accuracy. Score gonna stay dead even. And we did see TJ and Utami coming about 100 combo short of a double FC on this 1.9 million, so that's going to be obviously the score to beat. Gonna expect big things out of these teams still in the winners bracket, of course, top 2 teams in the tournament. And that's to be expected, you know, nobody having any trouble with this through the first 550 combo. Probably get through the first Kia here without any breaks. Would not be too surprising to see. Yep, and we do. Fancy Lad and Fire Rage, mouse players, SS buddies through the first 650 combo. BTMC and Airyu. I think that's 100 each. We'll see if we get some act drops. There's some kind of more difficult 1/3 doubles in here, but still nothing that these players should have much trouble with at all. Big jumps continue. There's those doubles again, and everybody holding just fine. More big jumps, not a single miss. 4 FCs into this next chorus. Somebody's got to break. Somebody somewhere has to break eventually, maybe on the back and forths or something. Slight accuracy advantage now for Team WhiteCat. Fancy Lad holding 1/100, Fiery dropping another one behind him. Airyu slightly ahead of BTMC's accuracy as well. Team WhiteCat with the smallest of leads, but man, whoever breaks first just instantly loses, I'm pretty sure. These are all such good No-Mod 1 players. Everybody has really good aim in this match, and it is still on a dead even margin here. 4 FCs into the ending. It's going to come down to the last jumps of this if everyone hits them. Oh, and it's a break from BTMC. In fact, instead of breaking on the jumps, he broke on the burst. The 5-note burst is the undoing of Mr. BTMC. And there goes Fiery as well. WhiteCat are going to take this and the break point with it. Let's see if they can pull out the double FC, as they still have yet to find a single break on either player. Some big jumps here in the ending to close out the map. And there's a break from Area. It will not happen. They are going to put up a score very similar to what we saw from Utami and TJ, though, if Fancy can hold on to the FC, and he does. 1.914 million. That is nearly identical to that score of Utami TJ, and WhiteCat does take the point. 1 miss apiece from Fiery and BTMC, 1 miss from Ariu, and I'm a Fancy Lad pulls out the full combo. And that is going to be the point to WhiteCat. Get the break point back, and their own pick to come go to No-Mod 4 to try and tie the match up at 3 points apiece. This is a scary pick here, I think, for a lot of people. This is such a hard map. Like, obviously, as I was talking before about, not a huge fan of this pick in general. But BTMC and Fire Rage currently ranks 2 and 3 on the map on the loved leaderboard. 1400 combo from BTMC, 1000 combo from Fiery. Legitimately, though, there is the chance here that Fancy Lad just FCs this, because I think he is... No, I don't think. He is the best, I think. I said I think again, so I'm just going to roll with it. He is probably the best tech player left in the tournament, right? Is anyone... I mean, Fancy Lad, Airy, Fiery, BTMC, Utami, TJ. Like, Fancy Lad has to just be the best tech player out of those by a pretty big margin. And he may have actually played this map. I'm not sure. This just seems like the type of map that Fancy would have played at some point or other. So in we go. All players still holding the full combos. This is what we're gonna... This is like, I think what we're gonna kind of see on this pick. The accuracy will drop from pretty much everyone, but you're gonna see some pretty strong combos out of all these players. Really good tech players in this lobby. One of those big differences for some reason. Able to hold higher accuracy and better combo, it feels like. BTMC kind of cheesing a little bit, dropping a lot more accuracy than any other players. Does give the advantage to WhiteCat, though they do both break. Fancy, Airy, and BTMC all finding misses. Fiery Rage now the only FC still intact, if you can call it an FC. I don't know how many slider runs he's probably missed, but... Oh. So the advantage unnation. Question will just be how long Fiery can keep up this combo. Kind of underrated as a tech player, really. Often can pull off some very good scores in tech and tournament play. And has the full combo still. And there's a break from Ariu right before this break, halfway mark in the map. That's a bit of free combo as well for BTMC, as in addition to Fiery's continued FC. Legitimate low combo FC from Fiery. 95 accuracy, but 900 combo. That is huge. 100,000 point lead. Maybe not the best pick here from WhiteCat. It seemed like it was a good one, but it's not working out for them so far. Still a decent amount of time left, but the longer BTMC and Fiery both hold these combos, the better it is, of course, for their team, and the larger that lead is going to continue to grow. 120, 130,000 points. Fancy Lad and Airy, kind of helpless at this point. There's a break from BTMC. That's going to give a little bit of a chance if Fiery finds a miss as well. BTMC hard cheesing this. Build up into the second and final drop of the map. Let's see if Fiery can hold on to this combo long enough to hold WhiteCat off. There we go. He has a really good score on live. No, he breaks. Okay, it's Fancy Lad now going to be tasked with trying to somehow pull the gap back, but it's 200,000 points. I just don't know if there's enough score for it to matter. Wait, BTMC didn't miss. I just now noticed BTMC had a Bancho miss in that slow part, so he's actually just going to win the map. All right, that explains a lot about that lead. I hate... Wait, he Bancho missed again. This client sucks. This client... Why? How does this not happen during OWC? I don't understand. Anyway, it's going to be point on Nation. Really not anything that WhiteCat can do about it. This map is super hard inted, and it might not be the sort of thing you want to just kind of pick as a sight read, but it's going to work out for unnation. I don't know if WhiteCat knew that unnation had both played this and were ranks 2 and 3 on the map. I mean, obviously with it being loved, it's not going to get the player base that a lot of other picks would, but that was a suboptimal pick from Team WhiteCat, and it's going to result in another break point here for Team Unnation. They will go up 4-2. Bit of a surprise the way things are going in this match so far. Some, perhaps. These picks seemed a little more in favor of Team WhiteCat than they have turned out to be, but a lot of match left to go. Still 3 points away. All right, free mod 2. I want Gate Odyssey mix. Challenge difficulty map by Snow Note. 318 seconds of 175 BPM. Pretty consistent difficulty in this one. Kind of increased spacing as you get on toward the ending, but for the most part, there's some aim, there's some finger control, there's some sliders. You know, it brings in a little bit of everything. You're at a pretty comfortable BPM. And it still triggers me that there's an open parenthesis without a closed parenthesis. I feel like we tend to see a lot of hard rock on this one. And maybe the case again here. And it is 3 hard rock and area with the lone hidden modification. Another free mod, but this time picked by the Unnation. Gotta have really good consistency on these types of picks. Early break from Fiery Rage at the very beginning. Won't affect things all that much. They do have mod advantage on their side with the double hard rock. But it's going to be a small early lead for Team WhiteCat. Fiery with another break. I think these teams will just end up trading these break points back and forth. This will be 3 in a row if WhiteCat win it. Maybe 4 in a row? When did Fancy Lad become a hard rock player? There he does find a break, so combo lead on the side of Unnation. Not a big lead for WhiteCat, so it will come back, only about 20,000 points. Fiery building back up over 300 combo, and BTMC matching the FC from Fancy Lad. Aryu with some breaks on those streams. They can be tricky with hidden, man. Hidden flow aim, one of the harder skills in the game for a lot of players. Aryu obviously experienced with it, but still finding some trouble here and there. There's the break from BTMC, though, so now Fancy Lad has the only FC left, and he does have about 150 combo lead over Fiery Rage. Score gap going to go back to WhiteCat now. Back and forth it goes. Fancy Lad breaks as well. Fiery Rage follows him up, so now Aryu, the combo leader, at 250, all of a sudden. And Team WhiteCat in the lead by about 8,000 points. Just about halfway through this pick. And all players now holding their combo. This middle third of the map a little bit easier than some of the rest. The intro and the outro are both a bit harder. This is a time to get your combo as high as it can go, because somebody somewhere is probably going to miss in the ending with those very spaced out, difficult triples. Very snapping aim, looking very, very good. Keeping that combo alive, the highest by about 100. The score gap being held in check because Fiery and BTMC both have very solid combos, only about 50,000, 60,000 points. We're going to come into the outro. You'll start to see a bit of a spacing increase, a little bit of an intensity increase in the map. All players holding onto their combos still, though. They're all looking so good on this pick. Will somebody find a miss in the ending that could prove costly to their team, or will everybody just hold on? But instead, it's going to be Fiery Rage, so the lead goes even heavily more in favor of Team WhiteCat, and I think that's going to seal the deal. BTMC breaking as well, that is definitely going to seal the deal. Another break point. And that is a big combo from Fancy Lad at the end there, man. Finishing up with a 700 plus combo in the ending. Only one miss from him. And the highest stack of anyone. And BTMC, when you see it. BTMC, when you see it. Oh my god, you guys, when you see it. Anyway, 4-3 the score in favor of Unnation, but another break point. WhiteCat's pick is going to be Hidden One. We have seen a fair amount of this particular Hidden One, Hana ni Ame o Kimi ni Uta o. I think it's been played in 3 now of the 4 matches. The only one it was not played in was when TJ and Utami banded out in their first match today. Scores on this a bit varied, but I do think some very good hidden aim players in this particular lobby. Fancy Lad, Ryu, and really to an increasing amount, Fiery and BTMC as well. Should be another very contested type of pick. I think this is a pretty solid pick here for Team WhiteCat. Obviously, as I've talked about, you know, the influence of both collab partners on this pick coming into play, Mirash and Delis. Very cool map. It's a very Hidden One map too. I mean, you look at this and it just screams Hidden One. That kind of overlap sliders, dense aim, kind of sharp angles. Very Nomad One. Or very Hidden One, excuse me. And once again, you know, everybody starts out on this very well, but it's a matter of how well they hold on into the first Ki that really kind of tells the story. Reverse break is going to come from Fiery. In fact, finds 3 misses in a row there. So advantage Team WhiteCat. Fancy and Ryu hold on through this Ki so far. BTMC holding strong, a little bit lower accuracy. They're down at 95%. Not really his best strength, this type of aim, nor hidden, but acquitting himself well, keeping the combo up at the very least. This is absolutely an Ryu pick, man. 99.38% accuracy, still holding the FC. Fiery at 99% ac, but does have those misses, and there breaks once again as well as BTMC, so that's a combo reset for Unnation. WhiteCat gets a lot of free lead now, as long as they can hold through this next section. There it is, so there'll be some free combo in this next verse. 0% drop frame. Okay. Lead will grow. It should go over 200,000 points at a minimum. Both Fancy and Ryu holding FCs with good accuracy, 99.2, 99.3. BTMC a distant 96% ac, 3% behind. And into this next chorus we will go. Fancy Ryu looking so strong on this pick. Makes you wonder why they didn't pick this earlier with how good they look so far on it. Both have over 1,000 combo. Fiery and BTMC are making some combo appear with about 430 combo. They both broke it about this exact same note. The fancy area just putting on a clinic here. And so far, that's a 400,000 point lead for Team WhiteCat, just the last quarter of the map to come. Don't know if there's really much firing BTMC can do at this juncture. They are half the combo of their opponents and a big score gap. Into the last PI we're gonna go. The aim just so satisfying from Fancy Ryu, and actually from BTMC and firing as well, looking very strong, but just those breaks at inopportune moments. Fancy Let does finally break his FC. Ryu, though, still holding on. And now the song gets a little more intense, a break from Fiery Rage. BTMC on a 700 plus combo, doing very well for himself despite the slightly lower accuracy, but Ryu still maintaining the FC, making sure that WhiteCat stays out by over 500,000 points. Does finally miss. BTMC, man, now has the biggest combo. It's going to end up putting forth a very good score. Okay. Anybody expect BTMC to put up this score? I don't know that I did. I don't think it's going to end up mattering. Still a 500,000 point gap. Yep, there's the break finally from him, but very reasonable performance into the streams at the very end. Gonna be Team WhiteCat, though, taking the point pretty much assured. And so, by just under 500,000 points, Team WhiteCat tie it up. It is now 4-4. You know what that means? We have a best of 9. No, excuse me. What am I saying? A best of 5 on our hands. Very cool map. Good play from BTMC. Only 2 misses. Best in lobby. 3 misses from Ryu. 7 from Fancy and 5 from C. Hidden players on Team WhiteCat. Just setting up a big lead for themselves and bringing it on home. Unnation will have the next pick, with the match level at 4 points apiece. And it will be a hard rock. What, does this not have an MP3 either? Do I not have an MP3? Hello? Do I just not have an MP3? I deadass do not have an MP3. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I don't know how this map goes. Oh my god. Alright, it's ruined. The entire tournament is ruined. Hang on. It's a really long map. It's like almost 4 minutes. We're just gonna hang on. We're just gonna play the song for a minute in the background. I've never seen MP3s just not show up. This is really weird. I'm just gonna download the map and load it up. It's fine. I don't think this is DMCA'd or anything. I don't remember anything in school being DMCA'd. Alright, all good, all good, all good. I don't know how that happens, actually. I mean, I downloaded the map and just imported with no MP3. Guess I'm gonna have to start testing in the client with sound on. Usually I just leave sound off because it doesn't matter. I just want to make sure the map is there. Anyway, it's a very small lead for Team Unnation, but Fancy Lad has the only combo after a three-way combo reset for Fiery BTMC and Airyu, so he'll be able to bring this score gap back as long as he can hold just a little bit longer through these difficult patterns. He does not, though. The space burst getting the best of him. Wiggles as well. Fiery and Airyu dead even. The score only about 10,000 points apart. Fiery, though, the very good accuracy, 98% versus Airyu finding a break. It was down at 95%. Fiery, though, with a miss. Now it's Fancy Lad's turn to have the only combo. Let's see how he does with it. The score gap is looking like it's going to possibly go over to WhiteCat here as BTMC Fiery both break. Airyu establishing some combo and Fancy over 200. Almost done with things already here, and it's a big lead compared to the rest of the map. About 30,000 points, the largest margin we've seen so far. It just looks like Fancy and Airyu just need to bring this one home. They've got a 50,000 point lead, combo advantage on their side, accuracy on their side. Just need to hold on a little bit longer. Another break from BTMC gives them a little more wiggle room. Fiery doing what he can, over 200 combo, but the 430 combo from Fancy just too powerful. And the lead's going to continue to grow. It's going to end up being a margin of over 100,000 points, despite how close it was for much of this map. This ending combo from Team WhiteCat just too strong, even through the wiggles, and that was almost 200,000 points by the time all was said and done. Fancy Lad, man, 624k, what a performance. Only 2 misses, 97.5 accuracy. The dude is just good at Osu. I don't know. That was a break point. That was a pick from Unnation that did not work out. A WhiteCat. Well, that's 3 points in a row. From 4-2 down, now 5-4 up. Kind of just decided to turn things on a little bit. And no one's... Somebody tell these guys to stop picking all the log back. 5-minute long Nomad 6 poggers in the chat. This is not a deal with the devil that anybody's gonna be too familiar with. However, it is the Gambling Maniac dip. It was mapped by somebody named Mikan, who I think I'm familiar with. I believe he has some ranked stuff. He's got a lot of ranked stuff, actually. Okay, I shouldn't say somebody named Mikan. I'm just not super familiar with him offhand, but this dude's got a shitload of maps ranked. It's an unranked Mikan set of this map. It is really hard. I don't know. This is, I think this is just a Team WhiteCat map. Between Fancy and Airyu, like, they're two players who are really good at this type of thing. Now, obviously, Fiery and BTMC can prove me wrong. But, after what we saw in the last pick, I don't know. I mean, you know how good Fancy's rhythm is. In on every Nomad 6 the world has ever seen. I think we'll probably see the highest score on this map of the weekend from this particular match that is going on right now. Just gonna be a matter of who it comes from. And we saw that huge combo from Utami earlier, over 1,000 combo. BTMC saying, I will FC. Well, so much for that. Early advantage in favor of Team WhiteCat. Another, I think, probably pretty good pick for them. This is not really the sort of thing that Unnation is known for. I think Fiery will probably do pretty well in this, but BTMC, you know, not really the type of player you think of when you see maps like this, so we'll have to see, though. Obviously, it's a very long one. Any sort of thing can happen. But Fancy and Aryu going to establish a bit of an early lead here. Fiery keeping them within striking distance. Not anymore, though. He does find a break. So, uncontested double FC for Team WhiteCat up by 200 combo over BTMC and, well, 500 combo or so over Fiery Rage. This swing rhythm is just tough, dude. I tell you what. 99 act from Fancy Lad. BTMC finding another break. And this one is going to get out of hand pretty quickly, I think, as Fiery finds another break as well, and it is still a double FC for Team WhiteCat. This is just, yeah, this is a Fancy Lad map, and honestly, like, you know, I kind of make this distinction between, I'm going to go just kind of on a tangent here because it's already getting pretty ugly, over 100,000 points. I kind of make this distinction between mechanics maps and skill cap maps. As we see another break from BTMC, this is going to continue to grow this lead out for Team WhiteCat. Fancy Lad and Aryu are kind of those skill cap map players. BTMC is a mechanics map player. He is going to be the guy you want in for, you know, your Nomad 1s, your Nomad 2s, things like that, your big aim maps, your stream maps, and so on. He is, however, not really the type of player that's going to be in for the skill cap stuff where it requires a lot of reading, a lot of rhythm, a lot of finger control, slider aim, things like that. Not really directly his forte. And, you know, Fancy Lad, I think the best in the world right now, with maybe the exception of Vaxay, but, you know, he's always the best at everything anyway, at this type of thing, is just almost untouchable, as he does finally find a slider break. He's just nearly untouchable on this type of pick. So the combos are gone for Fancy Lad, Aryu, Fire Rage. The only combo left on BTMC, in fact, but he does break as well. And with the matching combos of pretty much 0 on about everyone, we're going to be playing the last third of this map out as basically a formality because I don't really see a chance for Unnation to make much of a comeback on this pick. And into this cool section we go, a little drum solo action in the song. Osu needs more jazz. Can we get more jazz in Osu, man? This is actually just a bop. And so, Fancy Lad gonna put up the best score of the weekend on the map. I think he has gone over Exarch's score. And yeah, but like I said, you know, just really good at this skill cap stuff where it requires, you know, not the raw mechanics types of skills. It's much more into how good is your cursor control on these sliders? How good is your finger control? How good is your rhythm sense? Combo advantage is in fact in favor of Unnation, but nearly a 300,000 point lead for WhiteCat until that break from Fancy Lad, so this one's just going to be kind of heading to its logical conclusion here. Beast Troll MC and then Fiery with the breaks just for good measure. Fancy going to put up 500k. Yep, that is a score and a half on this map. This is so tricky. I think it's going to be best on the map by somewhere in the vicinity of 100,000 points. I'd have to check on the MP from the first score Exarch put up on this. I know it was over 400,000, but I don't remember where exactly. And yep, so as one would expect, Fancy Lad puts up a really good score on the map, and WhiteCat take it, and it is now match point in their favor by the score of 6-4. 1 point away from advancing to the grand finals. They will be guaranteed a top 2 spot if they win one of these next few maps. And can I just talk about 97.97 AC, 1 miss? I mean, I know he had a couple of slider breaks, but like almost 98 AC, 1 actual miss is a really, really good score. Just compared to the other scores that people have been putting up on this, that's really freaking good. There have been 2 slider breaks, 1 miss, I'm not exactly sure.
咲き誇る墓所に佇む少女。彼女の名はドロチア。
And here we go. It's going to be free mod 3 once again. I think this is actually a pretty decent pick for Unnation. I think they're actually maybe a little advantaged on speed. I mean, we haven't seen much of that since very early on in this match on those DTs at the very beginning. But this will be 244 BPM, 4-minute long. You know, and once again, we're going to see a lot of hard rock, double hard rock, one on each team, Fancy Lad and Fiery Rage. Area BTMC hidden. It's so weird to see BTMC like perma hidden on the free mods. I feel like this is a map that doesn't really punish you for playing hard rock. And, I mean, they do know by now that it's not like you have to have it hidden in a hard rock. And it's going to be a sturdy early lead here from Unnation. Double FC through the intro, and Team WhiteCat having a fair amount of trouble. Both Fancy Lad and Aryu breaking in that first portion of the map. A lot of time to go, as I said. 4 minutes long, this one, but always good to be in the driver's seat, you know, to be able to play from in front. That early lead, very nice. Combo getting back together here for Team WhiteCat, but pretty sizable lead for Unnation so far. Only about a quarter of the way in, of course. See how long Fiery and BTMC can hold on to those full combos. That's going to be very important to get to about a third of the way through. Got to make sure to hit these quick bursts and keep the aim intact. And it is a double FC still. 750 combo for both members of the Unnation. There's another break for Fancy Lad. Fiery does trade it back, but honestly not the end of the world for the Unnation. They're going to be okay with that trade. BTMC still on the FC with hidden. Just let those words permeate your brain real quick. He does finally break. It is now Aryu with the only big combo left. 650 combo for him. He'll try to claw back some of this 100,000 score deficit, but Team WhiteCat a distant second place so far. Another break from Fiery Rage at the halfway mark. And so, 80,000 points in the lead for Unnation, but combo advantage Team WhiteCat. Let's see what Aryu can do. Nearly 800 combo in the lead by a huge margin. Fancy Lad as well, establishing a pretty decent combo. No, that's a break from Aryu. BTMC, though, trades it. And now it is all Fancy Lad, 330 combo. It's not enough to bring this entirely back with any degree of speed, but it will close that gap down as long as he can hold on. Let's see how he does. Last third of this map, quite tricky, never gets any easier. There's another break from BTMC, the hidden not working out as well as it was earlier on. And Fancy Lad scraping, clawing away at that lead from the Unnation. Fiery Rage doing everything he can. 370 combo, about 170 combo behind Fancy Lad. Aryu with a big backing combo, 270, 150 combo ahead of BTMC. This score is going to come back if they can hold on just a little bit longer, and they do. So the score lead should go on over to WhiteCat here. They just have to hold on a little bit longer, and they will have now their first lead of this entire map. They have been trailing since the very beginning in the intro. Fiery, though, 530 combo, not that far behind. BTMC with a 260 combo. They have the opportunity to make this close at the very end here if they get some breaks from Team WhiteCat, but the consistency from Fancy Lad and Aryu just too much right now. The lead is continuing to grow. It's about 30,000 points, which is by no means safe. But the longer they hold on to these combos, the closer to the end we come. The map is going to end very, very shortly. There's not a lot of time left for Unnation. I think Team WhiteCat has done it here. They look to close out the match with a solid performance. This one opened up looking like it was going to be a good pick for Unnation, but Fancy and Aryu just holding some huge combos through the second half of that map, and that will do it. GG's. Coming out. Team WhiteCat, your victors by the score of 7-4. Team WhiteCat just taking advantage of those breaks from Fiery and BTMC 1/3 to halfway through and running with it. Final margin of victory ended up only being 46,000 points. The nice even score, 1,101,200 points. You gotta love that. And Team WhiteCat, to the surprise of absolutely no one at all, will be the first team into the grand finals of NADT 2020 with that 7-4 victory over the Unnation, a team that I am fairly confident they will be seeing again next week in the grand final. I do not know that anything is guaranteed, but I do know that Unnation looked very good despite the 7-4 loss, and I think they are stronger than Team Midnight Snow. We'll see what the grand finals pool looks like, but I think we're going to probably see this rematch in the grand finals, Unnation once again taking on WhiteCat. But for now, Team WhiteCat will get to watch and wait. The losers bracket final is set. Unnation versus Midnight Snow. That'll be next Saturday. WhiteCat awaiting the victor. Grand finals hopefully should be Sunday. We'll have some fun with those matchups, to be sure. I think these teams both look so strong. It will be a very fitting grand finals to see between these guys. OWC champions meeting in the grand finals of a North America only tournament. Very, very fun one. That's going to do it, though, for this weekend. The finals weekend now over. We have our top 3 teams, WhiteCat, the Unnation, and Midnight Snow. The top 3 seeds in the tournament are now guaranteed to be the top 3 finishers as well. We'll be seeing them again in 6 days' time next Saturday. I hope to see you all there as well. Probably Saturday evening, North American times, and then Sunday evening for the grand finals. We'll iron those details out over the next day or two. But I'd like to give a big thank you to everyone for watching. Decent amount of viewers this stream. Nice to see. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to follow the stream so you know when we go live with those grand finals weekend matches. Losers bracket final next Saturday, grand final next Sunday. GG well played to both these teams. Congratulations to Team WhiteCat. Guaranteed a top 2 spot now. And best of luck to Unnation and Midnight Snow in the losers bracket final that is now set. I've been this one guy again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you to our referee Kay. And we will see you guys all next weekend for the conclusion of North America Duo Tournament 2020. Our grand finals will be coming up next Saturday. Be there, or as I like to say, be square. Have a great night.